Happy Halloween, everyone, and Blessed Samhain. Welcome back to my channel. I know some of you probably thought I was going to trick you this year and not put up my last part of my Decorate With Me before Halloween or on Halloween. So instead, I have a little treat for you. As you can see, everything behind me is decorated, as is a good portion of my house. So, for this final Decorate With Me on Halloween, let's go over the living room, my guest bath, and the other extra spaces in my house, and how I turned all of it into a haunted woods. So this is actually where I started decorating this year, was the fireplace. Now I said I was going to put down the wraith first, but that's not what happened. Instead, it was all about the trees. And in fact, if there was a theme this year, it would be, how many trees can I put inside my house? So much so that my husband started saying, no more trees, Nix, no more trees. As you can see, there they all are. Well, at least some of them are. So at this point, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is spread out correctly. Branches are where I want them to be. The lights are lighting up correct. I couldn't remember if they lit up orange, purple, or white. And at this point, I'm just fiddling. I'm trying to figure out, do I want things symmetrical? Do I not? And what do I need for filler? And at this point, I wanted this to be black and white. So I had some black and white pumpkins from Joann's last year. And I believe, yes, I'm grabbing this black and orange pumpkin from At Home this year. And this took me a while because I forgot doing these crows without tweezers is a pain, especially with false nails. So I'm just trying to see which ones I do have, and I decided to go lighter this year than what I normally would do, just because I didn't want to seem like it was an actual true murder in flight. Just a few crows here and there. A little bit goes a long way in this. I also ended up buying this from Home Depot. It is a weeping willow that lights up. It's a gorgeous spooky tree. Sorry I did not show this in my haul this year, but I got it super late. Also, for the living room, my main couch, setting some pillows I had from last year. They're actually all year round pillows, but I was cleaning the couch. Blanket I got this year, and that pillow I got from Home Goods. As for the other couch, blanket I got from Tuesday Morning, and I'm just trying to get it folded right. And of course, I'm setting up Grogu and Lixian. You'll be seeing them shortly. Lixian is the individual who edits some of Markiplier's videos, but he also has his own merchandise. Don't worry, they will be in Halloween costumes eventually. And I realized I completely forgot to film the coffee table, so this was the centerpiece. My glass coffin, I found a small skeleton to put in there, a couple of things from the Michaels wreath selection. Just put it all in there, and duly departed. There we go. Sorry I didn't get a good angle on this one, folks, but it's a side table, spooky tree that does light up. I do also put down a crow skeleton on a skull. It does light up. I didn't like how it did light up, so I don't have the batteries in that one. And I also added another tree on that side table that you will see shortly. And you will also see very shortly Grogu as a ghost, and I believe Lixian as a mummy. one thing I knew for certain for this decor from this section was that I wanted it to be Crow Raven themed because of the wall art there. So that 3-wick candle pedestal from Bath and Body Works, I wanted that there, and at least one of the Raven candles. Other than that, anything else goes. So I put that pumpkin on top because I didn't really want to put a candle there. Skull with the snakes coming out of it, or I should say a snake coming out of it. I thought that would be a good focal point as well and give it some balance. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out what should go there, what shouldn't, and it just wasn't looking right. So I picked up something that had some color to it, so it's not just all black and green. And so I picked up a pumpkin with a haunted house scene on it that lit up, and then I went and grabbed a candle I've had for years that is a black cat. I decided to decorate the front hall a little bit more than what I did last year. So that's a wreath that I made last year that I was hanging up. The Nightmare Before Christmas wreath that I also made last year is on the front door. So these are some bats that one of my friends, Kelly, got for me. Thank you. For me to put up on the wall. And I noticed with my fake nails, this is almost impossible. So I went and got tweezers and did that all along the wall. I wanted to put clouds up there as well. With some inside pillow stuffing, but I could not get it to stick correctly. So I eventually gave up on that. As you can see here, it's just, no, not happening. So instead, I decided to stick with the bats, along this wall. And yeah, as obviously you can tell, I am failing miserably with my fingers. Next up, I decided I wanted to do something above my office door. So I believe this is a 12-foot long creepy cloth that I just draped around my door just to give it something because I was irritated at it just looking like it was bland there. Next up would be the last of the bats I had left over. So I just wanted some flying out from my front door. And I still have not learned my lesson with fingernails. I don't use the stand-up desk very often anymore, but I still want it to look pretty. So admittedly, this is one of the last locations in my house that I decorated. So I kind of just threw everything else that I had left over and started trying to figure out what would work best, which by the looks of it is a lot of jars. So only place I can really decorate is that top shelf right there. Everything else would technically be a workspace. So I took one of my old candy skull dishes and I turned it into my pin and ruler holder. And I just organized beyond that. Now, this bookcase was the last place that I decorated, and I just wanted something a little bit asymmetrical, still woodsy feeling, and of course something involving a witch. So that witch's head last year from Tuesday morning was very useful for this. And then I just placed a couple of skull jars that I had And just a couple other items. I believe I also had, yes, the potions bottles. I actually have leftover potions bottles that I did not use anything for this year. But what I did have was extremely useful. Okay, the last location in the house, the guest bath. So I use the triple skull candle holders, some fake candles, the tree from Bath and Body Works, a couple of other, like anything involving, of course, wood stuff, which is a lot of stuff I have this time around. I picked up these towels from Home Goods. I couldn't find anything really, really witchy looking, so I just went with your typical jack-o'-lantern. And at this point, I am just trying to figure out what else should go in there. So, of course, as you can see, I'm very confused, unsure, and we're just going to go with it. Now, this I actually did change out, and you'll see later. I do have, that's a besom. I picked it up, oh gosh, where did I pick that up from? Target last year. That's one of the many ones. No, that's from Target. That's from Michael's. And then that silver jack-o'-lantern also I picked up last year. And also, when in doubt in this house, get creepy cloth. So I just draped that around the mirror as best as I could to give it some sort of effect. I also picked up a new shower curtain for this. And this is from Killstar. So I'm just changing that out. I know they don't really mention this on the website, but it does come with the black rings. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. All of this decor will be staying up until December 1st when I turn everything around to Yule. So if you excuse me, I have some trick-or-treaters to treat. See you in the next one, and go after whatever your dark heart desires, folks.